welcome to week 5. This week we're going to be going over Facebook, which is chapter 4 in your digital book. So Facebook, learning objectives for this module is to understand the business value of using Facebook for marketing, not for pleasure. Know how to create and optimize a Facebook business page, build an audience of followers on Facebook, understand the components of a Facebook post, implement a Facebook content strategy, utilize Facebook analytics for reporting, and prepare a marketing strategy for Facebook Zero. So some of the stuff I'm going to talk about in this lecture, you guys might already know, depending if you've been on Facebook or not. I know that the majority of the demographic in this class isn't really on Facebook. But just so you know, even if you're not on Facebook, your clients and customers are probably on Facebook. So something to think about there. So just a quick introduction on Facebook. Facebook makes businesses discoverable so you can easily search and find businesses. Connected enables one-on-one conversations with customers. Timely reaches audiences with specifically tailored messages. And insightful provides in-depth analytics to help understand customers and shape marketing strategies. So setting up a Facebook page, this is more of a business page here. You want your profile and cover photo, call to action link, description, contact information, location, hours, page settings, and integrating any other services that you have. And for those of you that may not be aware, Instagram is owned by Facebook now, so it all links up together in the settings. So here's kind of just a little screenshot of my Janovic Communications business page on Facebook so you can kind of see what it's about. I have the logo here, cover photo, all the information is optimized. And here's a link here on how to, all the step-by-steps on how to set up a business page. I'm not going to go through them in the lecture, so go ahead and click on that link to know how to set one up. Marketing with Facebook. So something to ask yourself here. Have you ever discovered or purchased new products on Facebook from following businesses? How about from an influencer or from receiving a sponsored ad? What about a Facebook event? For me personally, I've never really purchased a product or a service, but I am influenced by Facebook posts from local restaurants and the coffee shop, and the breweries and wineries. So I will make a purchase. If I see a post like, hey, we got this new pumpkin spice latte out at the local coffee place down the street, like, heck yeah, I'm going to go over there. And with COVID right now, I'm really paying attention to the restaurants because I want to know when they're open again, right? Are they doing drive-through? Are you allowed to be on the patio? What are the rules and regulations? So I've been influenced by those type of posts. When it comes to Facebook events, heck yeah, I'm influenced by Facebook events. When I see friends going, again, I'm the runner. So when I see friends posting that they signed up for a race, they're going to a race, I might sign up and go to that race too. So I'm highly influenced by events. Here's your screenshot. Here's a double peak challenge. So this is a Facebook post promoting people to sign up for this race. Here's an event put on by Ragnar, running, right? And to promote this Ragnar Triple Peak Challenge that they had going on, we created an event. Both of these events were very successful. I work for both of these companies here. Double Peak Challenge, check this out, guys. It's every year in September, Double Peak in San Marcos. It's really inexpensive race. You can hike it, walk it. You don't need trail shoes. It's, mostly fire road, what we call it. But all the proceeds go to the Friends of San Marcos Parks and Recreation and the San Marcos Promise. There's usually a huge group of Cal State San Marcos students who come and participate every year. Last year it was done virtually, but hopefully this year it'll be in person. So be on the lookout for this Double Peak Challenge. Super fun. Facebook Insights. Our analytics are vital for any brands wishing to build a successful Facebook marketing strategy, just like any other platform. For every business page on Facebook, you have access to an analytical tool for free called Facebook Insights that can help brands measure the effectiveness of their social media strategies. A lot of great information in there, and it's free, which is nice. Here's kind of just a screenshot of all the things you can see behind the scenes here. Actions, page views, previews, and you can click on all these things and get even more information. Last 7 days, last 30 days, I can't remember all the other drop downs, but you can export the data. You can see what's been organic and paid. A lot of great information here. So building an audience on Facebook. It's getting harder and harder to build an audience on Facebook because Facebook wants you to pay for sponsored ads, boost, and all that sort of thing. But just some basic tips. Invite people you know to like your page, so all your friends and family. Have other admins and team members do the same thing. So if you have 4 admins or team members, that's 4 people's friends list that you can invite to this business page. Follow industry thought leaders and invite them to like your page. Invite any existing customers. Post on your personal pages for personal followers to follow you. Post in groups to follow the page, and post on other channels to follow your Facebook page. So say if you have an Instagram, or post on your website, make sure there's a link on your website. You might want to do an email announcement, and I'll get into that. Here's some examples here. Screenshot here. These are all your friends. You just click select all, or you can click on certain friends to add, and you send the invite. Super easy. When someone likes your post, when you have likes, like this post here got 27,000 likes on a video for the Oceanside firefighters, and you can click on who liked the post and you can invite them to the page. So sometimes they've already been invited and you can invite them. All right. Here's an example of a group that you can post in. So say you had a winery or brewery client, you would join different groups such as North County Wine and Brew, and you would invite people to the page. Here's an example of an email announcement. Super easy, basic email. You're just sending to your database, like, hey, we're on Facebook, click on the link, that's clickable. Follow us on Instagram. You can add all the different platforms. You can make this fun. I put in the hashtag here, let's get social. That's my personal hashtag. Don't try to steal it. More tips on building an audience can be found at this link here. Facebook for Business. Great resource. So basic components of a Facebook post. 140 characters or fewer is ideal. You don't want to make them too long, because if your Facebook post is too long, you're just going to lose your audience. They're not going to read the whole thing. People have very short attention spans, right? Posting photos, videos, and GIFs. Photos have the higher engagement. Videos are even higher and are pretty dominant right now. Live videos are great too. GIFs, hashtags. With Facebook, you don't really use that many hashtags, maybe just 1 to 3, and then a call to action link. Some quick tips for Facebook. With text, longer posts will get cut off on a user's feed. You know how you have to click show more? So that's another reason why you want maybe a shorter post, or whatever text you have first, make that be the attention grabber. With photos, consider optimization for mobile display. These days, when you upload a photo to Facebook, it automatically optimizes it for you, so you don't really have to worry about that too much. When you're using tools like Hootsuite, photos do have to be a certain size, I believe no bigger than 3 megabytes. If you do upload a photo to Hootsuite and it's too big, it'll just give you an error and then you can resize it. So Hootsuite's really great about letting you know about things. Videos should be uploaded natively to Facebook when possible, so that the autoplay in the newsfeed receives more engagement. It's better than linking videos posted to another website. Not always easy to do that because you may not have the actual video file. You know, a lot of people use YouTube links, but if you can, post it natively. GIFs are short, soundless video clips that loop and don't require a play button. Hashtags can turn into keywords into clickable links. Just like in Instagram, they're just not as common on Facebook. More quick tips can be found at this resource here on this link. Facebook content strategy. So establish a voice, just like how we talked about with the social media marketing strategy lecture. Speaks to a target audience and is consistent with brand values. So whether you're serious, educational, fun, quirky, first person, third person, just keep it consistent and stick to your voice. Be authentic. I like to give you the social media rule of thirds. So a third of your content is promoting your business. A third of your content should be sharing from like maybe partners, industry thought leaders, things going on in the community. And a third of the content should be personal interactions with employers, customers, and other followers on social media, maybe like behind the scenes. So you want to show that you're a real person and you're not just pushing like buy, buy, buy. You want to split it up fairly. Determine an engagement strategy. So by listening and responding to customers in real time, brands can strengthen customers' overall satisfaction with the brand. So make sure you, as a social media marketer, your Facebook notifications are turned on. It's always nice to know unless you're checking your Facebook at all times, you want those notifications. Someone must be available 24/7 to respond or have autoresponders turned on. So when you work for a company and you're in the social media department, make sure that it's clear who is in charge after hours, It's easy to say who's in charge from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, but there's got to be someone in charge after hours and on the weekends as well. Post at optimal times. You must know when your audience is online. You always want to test because things are changing all the time. Make the most out of your pinned posts. So pinning important events, announcements, customer testimonials, promotions, special offers, discounts, contests, giveaways. Just don't forget to unpin later. So here's an example of that. Here's a pinned post. You see the pin here in the upper right hand corner, and then you would click it again to unpin it. So here's like an announcement we had on this particular page. 360 videos and drones. Drones are becoming hot. Yes, they are amazing for real estate, for houses, inside and outside. I'm sorry, not inside, outside real estate, and for events. I've seen drones at running events, and it is absolutely amazing. I love it. You can run contests and promotions. Here's an example here of the city of San Marcos. They ran a photo contest, and I don't remember what they gave away, but they gave away something. So that's a great way to get engagement and to get followers. So ask questions. It's great to get your audience involved with you. Questions allow for followers to interact and engage directly with brands on social media, making followers feel like their opinions are valuable. It's a great way to do market research too. I post questions all the time in private groups, and it gets engagement, and it gives me a chance to kind of get to know my audience. Going live. Facebook Live can allow brands to engage directly with audiences in an authentic way by answering customer questions and interacting in real time. My winery client, we couldn't do events during COVID, so we made them virtual events. We had wine and cheese pairings where customers would come in advance, pick up their wine and cheese pairing kit, pay their $30, and then they would follow us on Facebook Live where we would walk them through the pairings. Really short, they were about 40 minutes, 30 minutes, and everyone had fun, could talk to each other in Facebook Live. It was a blast, and that's how the winery got through COVID, with the virtual events. Providing coupons or discounts. 42% of followers follow a page to receive a coupon or discount. There are actually 2 pages I follow on purpose just for when they post coupons and discounts. And you guessed it, it's running based. It's the electrolytes and bars that I like. They're kind of pricey. So whenever they have a coupon or a discount, that's when I make a purchase. Using tags. You always want to tag your partners, influencers, prospects, clients. That way you can show up on their feed as well and their pages. People in group photos. This will show up on other person's Facebook page for followers to see. Utilizing Facebook advertising, ads and boosts, different options and demographics can be selected. Here's an example of a tag that we did for the gym. There's all these people who work out at gyms, right? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people. And by tagging these 9 people, this post showed up on these 9 people's Facebook feeds. So their audiences saw this post as well. So not only was it shown on this page, but it was shown on 9 other pages. So a total of 10 pages. That was a huge audience that it was shown on. And that was just by tagging these people. Here's a screenshot, basic screenshot of doing an ad here. We will get into Facebook ads in a different module, and we will also get into Facebook groups in a different module. This is just the main overview of the Facebook page. Facebook 0. So the average engagement and organic reach is down on Facebook. Pretty much because they want you to pay. Facebook wants you to pay for advertising. They want you to boost post. It's a big thing that everyone's talking about right now. They want money, you know? So I've found instead of spending all this money on advertising is to be more active in groups. For example, if the winery client, you want to be active in, they're located in San Marcos, so being active in local San Marcos groups, being active in the city groups, being active in winery groups, you know, so that people know who you are and showing that brand awareness. Other recommendations for Facebook Zero is to post less frequently, post highly valuable, engaging content, target a specific audience, post timely, trending, or newsworthy topics, storytelling, post content that creates conversation, so maybe more questions, create and post more video content because it's higher engagement video, experiment with Facebook Messenger, so you can do a whole campaign where you just use Facebook Messenger and send messages, direct messages to people. Diversify to other social media platforms, so maybe spending a little bit more time on other platforms instead of just on the Facebook platform. So the COVID-19 response, and this is kind of new in your textbook this year, what did Facebook do? So they stopped the spread of misinformation and removed harmful content, at least that's what they tried to do in the beginning, supported health and economic relief, and kept people connected. You may agree or disagree with this. This is what the textbook is saying. That doesn't mean it's necessarily right, so I'm not really going to get into this, so don't worry about it too much. Just wanted to throw it out there and kind of make you think. How did all these platforms react to the COVID-19? All right, and that is an overview on Facebook. Again, we'll get into other Facebook elements later on in the course. So your week 5 assignments is quiz 4 and simulation round 3. So make it a great week, guys. We'll see you next week. Email me if you have any questions.